Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's been a long week, but I had a lot of fun. Ooh, we made it. We made it through the week. For me, the week ends on a Sunday. It's the week where... That's the day of the week where the new schedule has to be posted, hopefully on time. But man, is it packed. I'm gonna have to work on it and post it before because we got a lot of stuff going on today. Whew. It's like stacked together. I think our normal Fridays and maybe Saturdays are sometimes packed, but like never on a Sunday. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on today. So it's going to be as short as Zatsudan, everybody. I got about an hour with you guys, and then got to work on schedules, got to work on all that stuff, and then a little bit of last minute prep. But yeah, give me a second. Good morning, everybody. Once again, it is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempus and a member of HOLOSTARS English, and we're free chatting. It's a Zatsudan day. Well, not the whole day. Yeah, so we have 2 hours of Worms. I had to reschedule it. I think I have the wrong time on my schedule because I did not know that the Worms tournament was rescheduled. Oh, actually, it's a little bit earlier. Never mind. I think it's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We have Hardcore Zomboid Season 2, Episode 3. And then from 6 o'clock to... From 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I think. Am I correct? Let me double check. PST, yes. Calendar. Yeah. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.-ish. 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., something like that. And I will be commentating in the Worms stream. So Dez and I will return as commentators for the semifinals, and you'll be able to see me on Dez's stream. So it'll be like a 4-hour block in the evening. First, we'll all be playing Zomboid together, and then immediately we'll go into Worms commentating, and it's gonna be cool. I'm really excited. Yeah, and because of that, and because I'm probably going to be doing like so I started researching like football, like real football, like international football commentating. Goal! Like so I'm like practicing like my screaming voice. Yeah, they get like super screamy. Like American sports commentators, they don't really scream that much. They do like the, oh my god, you can't make this up, folks. Yeah. So, no need to be that screamy. Yeah. But I mean, it's been a week, and I've got my 2 light/break days. I've got break days coming up, like 2 in a row. Yeah. So I think we're gonna try to make it good. We'll do our best. I don't think we have anything like super new or revolutionary planned. Just more the same, like acting and drama and commentary and we'll talk trash on people. We're gonna have fun. Ah, Lork Frack, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry that I missed it. Nikki GZ, thank you very much for the super chat. Looking forward to Zomboid later. Can't wait for the Vest Dez commentary on Worms. Yeah, can't wait. Waddle, thank you very much for the super chat. UFC, MMA commentating would be fun. Even some WWF. Yeah. I should. So it's just like there's so much material to study for. Both Dez and I, like before we do those types of streams, like we watch YouTube videos together, like highlights of like commentating of X and Y and Z, and it's just like, oh, I like that. I like the turn of phrase they use there. It's good. I like that. Let's go ahead and like try to put that in. And then you have to like twist it so that it makes sense in the context of Worms. That's the hard part, really. Like, I feel like both of us can do the voice and the inflection, but it's difficult trying to like jam it into Worms because there's no sport like Worms. It doesn't exist. Yeah. MMA commentating. Psych, thank you very much for the super chat. Fighting game commentating is also great, like Evo. Yeah, yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. A little stale. It's still good. The tea is still good, but it's getting a little stale now. I don't think I sealed it off properly, or it's been open for about like a week and a half. Crystal Dylan, I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. Thank you very much for the super chat. Glad to watch another one of your streams. I'm watching from the Florida hurricane. Didn't hit us as bad. We only lost internet for like 2 days. What would I do if I lost internet for 2 days? First of all, I'm glad that you made it through safely. You and all of your loved ones, hopefully. Like, you guys all made it through. But 2 days without internet? Can I be dramatic? Am I allowed to be dramatic? I would rather go 2 days without food than 2 days without internet. Like, if you gave me like two like choices, it's like 2 days without food, 2 days without internet. And my brain is like, I've gone 2 days without internet, 2 days without food, and I've been like perfectly okay. Like, I can't go 2 days without water. I would feel like I'm dying, but I can go 2 days without food A-okay, man. I can go 2 days without food just fine. You made it through. I'm happy. But man, that is an ordeal and a half in my book. The internet is where everything I love comes from. Memes, information about Japan. The boys. The boys only exist in the context of the internet for me right now. Right now. Hopefully, one day we'll meet up and we'll have a good time. But like, the internet brings me everything that I love. So it's like, if I lose the internet for 2 days, like, what am I going to do? Good stuff. Barry Tiny, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi Vest, I finally took the plunge and bought Zomboid. You bought Zomboid, hell yeah, that makes me super happy. I'm really bad at it, same. But I'm still having fun. Your streams encourage me to try a game I normally wouldn't, so I wanted to say thank you. Have a very good day. You too. I hope you have a very good day as well. And Zomboid is... Oh man, I love Zomboid because it's like... It lets me LARP. I used to like imagine, like daydream, what would I do during the zombie apocalypse? I would go to Costco and like barricade it. And like it lets you, you know, you get into it. So I feel like when you die, don't feel bad that you died. Just think, oh, that's where my zombie story ends. Yeah. Do you guys know what LARPing is? I used to LARP zombie apocalypse. Live action roleplay, I think it's what it's called. It's like super cringe. We had like BB guns and we would be like, oh no, the horde on! We would like run. Yeah. Just embrace it. Embrace the cringe. Yeah. Rain Spectre, thank you very much for the super chat. Douglas Costa Pinero, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Sushi, thank you very much for the super chat. Great job this week. Thank you for your hard work. Can't wait to see what this week has in store. We got good stuff. It's gonna be a lot of Diablo. It's gonna be a ton of Diablo. Yeah. But October, we got some good stuff set up for October. I'm excited. Kanti Automsk. Oh, that's a good name. Thank you very much for the super chat. I love the name. I love Furikuri. It's so good. Kotra, thank you very much for the super chat. Finally watched Yamano Susume, Encouragement of Climb. My favorite character was Hinata, type for the new season. Yeah. My favorite character was Aoi, because I see myself in Aoi a lot. I see myself in Aoi a lot. Like the Aoi Hinata friendship is like extrovert adopts introvert. Like a classic orthodox textbook, extrovert adopts introvert. And it's like, ah, wholesome. I like it. I like it. It's good. Lork Frack, thank you very much for the super chat. Nothing beats LARP. Yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Afua LL, thank you very much for the super chat. Zombicide? Never heard of it. Never heard. Ooh. Thank you very much for the super chat. Oh man, katakana. Not do? Doodle? Something like that? I love your stream. Today's my birthday. It'd be a pleasure if you could wish me a birthday. Yeah, I wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Ah. Negative half, thank you very much for the super chat. Cattle Dog, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry to circle back to the announcer topic, but you should watch Horse Racing Commentator. They're very excitable and fun. Interesting. Horse racing. That like never occurred to me. Interesting. I will look into it. Ah. Delicious. Okay, I'm starting to warm up to this tea. Yeah, it's a little... It's been out a little bit, and I can tell that it's been out a little bit. Not quite as fresh, but it's still delicious. It's good stuff. The trick to tea that's a little bit stale is... the first and the second cup are not going to be great, and the third cup is where it's going to be, like, very clean. It's going to be a little bit lighter, but it's going to be very clean. What tea is it? This is a... It's a roasted oolong. I would say it's a medium roast. It's not a light. It's not a dark. It's like a medium dark roast. But I've left it out for a little bit, and it's gotten a little bit stale. No coins. No coins. No. No coins. No coins. Not a space alien. Thank you very much for the super chat. For Halloween. We're thinking about Halloween. Chowton, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Ah. Ducks, thank you very much for the super chat. I wasn't doing a D's nuts joke. I was just curious. Yeah. No, I believe you. I believe you. Claudia, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi, Vesper. My PC broke and I lost some parts on the master thesis I was working on. Decided to go to bed now. Hope everyone gets... Woo. Yeah. As a fellow scholar, I empathize. I empathize a lot. Oh, man. It's probably not any consolation, but I've had situations where I've lost, like, probably a piece of your master's thesis is the equivalent of, like, a standard undergrad essay, but I've lost an entire essay before. And then I had to rewrite it from memory, and then it was much better because I wrote it the first time, and I'm writing it again, and then I turned it in, and this was, like, a hard-ass professor, like, just, like, a not a pleasant dude. And when he turned it back, when he returned the papers, like, I got like a perfect mark on it, and he was like, "This is a really good essay. I could tell that you really thought it through, and every point was like good." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like writing something twice, if you have the time and you're like a tryhard, if you have the time and you're a tryhard, I think like writing an essay twice, like pretending that you like finishing an essay and then putting it off to the side, and it's like, if I have to, I'll turn this in, and then writing it again is like a good way to get like a much better grade. Yeah. But that's cold consolation. It's yeah, it's a shame. The red Z. That's my secret. That's my secret, the red Z. I'm always losing the game. There is no point in my life when I am not thinking about the game every 10 seconds. Because I am like a textbook neurotic. Like, I'm always thinking. I overthink everything. So it's like every 10 seconds, it's like, oh, by the way, the game. It's like, ah, shit. That's my secret. Every day for the last 15 years, I've been losing the game in a 10-second interval. One time, I lost the game in a dream. Do you guys believe me? Do you guys believe me? Like, one time I was dreaming. And it's the type of dream where, like, I'm walking through my house, and then suddenly I walk through a door, and I'm at school. And then suddenly I walk through the door, and I'm at, I don't know, I'm at, like, a local PC cafe. Like, I'm like, it's that type of dream. And then, like, while I was dreaming, I was like, the game. And I was like, damn it! Yeah. Yeah. Connors, thank you very much for the super chat. I always catch your VODs, so I can never throw super chats at you. I get the impression that you're like a doomsday prepper. Kind of guilty. You'll probably be okay in an actual zombie apocalypse, even though there would probably be no internet. It's like luck, right? Also, it depends on the type of zombie. If we're talking sprinters, my bicycle plan doesn't work. Because the loaded touring bicycle can't run faster than a sprinter. It just can't. So I have to ditch that. I have to, like, completely ditch that. And then just go all in on the car. I have a good plan against shamblers because that's like my favorite type of zombie. Yeah. My favorite type of zombie. What am I even talking about? But thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. GM Lemmy, thank you very much for the super chat. When I was getting my master's, at one point I lost 1/4 of everything I had done because of a blackout. No shot. That must be at least like 20 or 30 pages of like thesis. Oh no. Oh, the pain. That's why, all right. That's why you always save your work and then immediately upload it onto Google Docs. Do not just leave it on your computer, like upload it onto Google Docs. I save on my PC and then I immediately upload it to Google Docs. Like, oh my God. Cloud backup. You gotta. Gem, I lost the game. Thank you very much for the super chat. We're always losing the game. Exactly. I think it's like written into the bylaws of the game that there's a grace period after you've lost the game where you can no longer lose, right? Is it like 30 minutes or something? Is it like a 30-minute grace period after you've lost where you can't lose again? Yeah, it's 30 minutes, right? You can never be sure. 10 to 30 minutes generally? Yeah. Tyler Adams, thank you very much for the super chat. Pray for the Walking Dead style zombies, the walkers. Prepare for the 28 weeks later style zombies. Wacky Warrior, thank you for the super chat. Is Ollie Senpai your favorite zombie? Ollie Senpai is definitely like a sprinter, right? She's like a zoomer zombie. Like, she's like crazy fast. That's like a nightmare. Just like an absolute nightmare. Yeah, like a zoomer type, right? No, I want the slow type. I want a shambler. I want a night shambler. And like a day, like a lethargic in the day and then like active at night. Yeah. J4? J4, thank you very much for the super chat. Big thank you for all the streams. So enjoyable and always makes me smile. I love tea too. Any tea recommendation when you try to relax? Oh, relaxing tea? Because all true teas definitely have caffeine. And they kind of like, they act as a stimulant, right? I kind of like Gyokuro. Gyokuro is really good for me. Because Gyokuro is kind of like a... It's got kind of like a edamame type flavor. It's got like a grassy edamame flavor, and I like it. I like it a lot. Gyokuro definitely has caffeine. It does. Yeah. Definitely. I guarantee it. Jetstream Sam, thank you very much for the super chat. It's always nice catching one of your streams. Desperado Commanders, Contractors. I don't know what that means, but happy that you're here. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Shank Mugen, thank you very much for the super chat. Do you think you could turn on subtitles in your next Minecraft stream? Is that even possible? I don't know if that... You know what? I'll ask my manager, okay? I'll ask my manager if it's possible to do that. Yeah. What's your opinion on the new expert classes in D&D UA? Unearthed Arcana? I do play 5th edition. I actually am pretty behind on Unearthed Arcana. I'm pretty behind. In-game subtitles. Interesting. Oh, it lists out all of the sound effects playing? Okay. Then that means, like, Altair would probably know. Does Altair have subtitles on? Altair is the one that has the most experience with Minecraft. I've watched almost all of his Minecraft streams. He has it on? Okay. Then I will... You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to look away from chat for a second. I'm going to DM... Altair's been busy, but I'm just going to put it out ahead of time. Hey... Bestie, do you think... Wow, why am I capitalizing like random words? Do you think you can help me with turning on Minecraft subtitles? It sounds like a really useful game setting that my viewers would find captivating. Either way, thank you very much. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really up to date on Unearthed Arcana. When was the last time I played D&D? I played D&D... Last time I played D&D was 2020? I think like pretty early into 2020 was the last time I played D&D. So anything after that, I would have absolutely no idea on. Anything before that, even then, it was mostly... Because I typically played with a lot of people that were new to D&D, and when you add too much stuff, it's better to keep it simple, I think. Better to keep it simple. The before times, indeed. Utoma309, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. I love turn-based. I do. Into the Breach is on my list. It is. I feel like every time I fire up FTL, we get a bunch of people that are like, you should try Into the Breach. And I understand. I actually understand why. That's a good reason, because we got permission for FTL, we can get permission for Into the Breach. Assuming they didn't absolutely hate my playthrough of FTL, and I did a really good job of it, because I like unabashedly love that game. FTL is like one of my, probably my second or third favorite game of all time, and I keep saying it. So I'm hoping if somebody from Subset is like watching, they're like, okay, we'll let this idiot play like Into the Breach. Ah. You know what? F it. Let's go ahead and put in the official request. F it. Making me look away. My rule, I'm breaking my Zasudon rule, which is like, try never to look away from the chat log ever. And I've broken it twice so far. Come on, Vesper, come on. What are you guys making me do? Come on. Let me double check something. Netflix? What? What? There's no fucking shot. Wait. Since when is Netflix a game publisher? Wait. All right. Shut up. Shut up with the moist chat. I don't care. Shut up. Like, stop it. Like, explain this to me. Vesties, explain this to me. Since when is Netflix a game publisher? What? What? Oh, Sushi, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. Thank you. Gotcha Addict, thank you very much for the super chat. Is D&D easy to get into for a complete newbie? Okay, I'm gonna give you like the 100% truth, okay? It depends entirely upon your DM. You can have a bad DM, and then they will make D&D a nightmare, and you will never want to play again, or you could have a good DM, and more specifically, a good DM that understands that they're DMing for someone that's new to the game, and then it'll be like an incredibly good experience, and you'll be addicted. It's like entirely... So the thing is like... And a good DM begins with like... Before the game even starts, they look at each player, and then they figure out where each player is coming from, and then they talk to them individually and like get that, you know? Yeah. I hope you give it a shot, because it's one of my favorite things to do, tabletop RPGs. And I hope you get a good DM. And if not, and if it's a really bad experience, and if you decide never to play ever again, I don't blame you. It's not your fault. It's probably the DM's fault that, like, yeah. And they wasted an opportunity to get somebody new into like a really... It used to be insanely niche, but now it's growing very, very quickly, and it makes me really happy. It makes me happy that people are interested. It's good. Sneaky Outlaws. What? Thank you very much for the super chat, but I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound say so. What? Newton, thank you very much for the super chat. What's good, big man? Just got from work. Here's like $5. Thank you very much. Let's okay, let me finish this. Do I list what? Netflix? Excuse me? Okay, in parentheses. Netflix? Question mark? What the fuck? Question mark? Really? Question mark? Okay. Whatever. I'll let manager worry about it. It's done. I'll let manager worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's done. It's whatever. We're moving on. Look, it's already 37 minutes into our stream. I wasted at least 7 minutes like looking away. Unforgivable. You're canceled, Vesper. Get out of here. You're canceled. Get out. Oh, this is the super chat of super chats. Michi, thank you very much for the super chat. And thank you very much for the question. Or not even a question. I'd love to hear your Hunter x Hunter Nen ability assignments headcanons for you and the rest of Tempest. Oh, baby. Okay, first of all, are we going with like the wing assessment, or are we going with the Hisoka assessment? Because there's two different assessments for like Nen type. One is a little bit more neutral, and it's just like it's a manifestation of your like mental state and your mental energy, or is it like Hisoka, which is like your personality, which is like a little bit of both? Hisoka is more interesting. Hisoka first, okay. This is going to be all right. So I see the boys in a way that you guys don't. I apologize. Like it's just because we're the boys, right? So I see parts of them that you guys don't see, and like we're all working really hard to be entertainers, and it's not that we're like deceptive. It's just, you know, if we were just ourselves, I don't think we would be as entertaining. We have to be the most entertaining version of ourselves so that you guys are happy and entertained, and you end every stream thinking like that was a great stream. So I see a side of them that you guys don't. I think Magni Dezmond, the great Magni Dezmond, is an emitter. He's definitely like a bit nervous and high strung. I think the great Magni Dezmond is definitely an emitter. He's a bit twitchy and nervous and high strung. I think Altare. Sorry, Altare. I'm gonna call you out here. I think Altare is a transformation type Nen user. I think he's a transformation type. He's a whimsical liar. And I think Axel is a textbook reinforcement type. He's a reinforcement type. No, I don't think Altair's a manipulator. I don't think he's, no. I think Altair's transformation. I think the great Magni Dezmond is an emitter, and I think Axel is like a textbook enhancement type, a reinforcement type. Now, what do you think their abilities would consist of? Oh, now we're getting deep. Goosewalk. Now we're getting deep. I don't pretend to know, because it's entirely based on your own brain, right? It's entirely based on your imagination. In terms of imagination, Dezmond is the most imaginative, and then Altair, and then me, and then, I'm sorry, my darling baby boy, Axel, I think you're the least imaginative. There just has to be a least imaginative guy, and I think that's our like, I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, I think Axel and I are about the same. Okay? I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, I think Axel and I are about the same. Because I'm a very, like, orthodox thinker. I I never think up anything new. I'm always, like, looking and examining, like, other people and being like, how can I take that idea that other person had? I don't think up anything new, like, ever. But I think, like, Dez is really good at thinking up, like, just stuff out of the ether. And then Altair is also pretty good at that, but not as good as Dez. And then me and Axel are both, like, for different reasons, we're more like, yeah. Delicious. Karmarov, survivor of 100 songs. Thank you very much for the super chat. You only in D&D or those other worlds like DSA Legends, Five Rings of Sorry? No idea. No idea. I apologize. Okay. Oh, man. Should I try to think up Nen abilities for the boys? What's your Nen type? Probably enhancement. Probably enhancement. Can I tell you about, like, I still haven't decided whether it was an insult or I still haven't decided whether it was an insult or a compliment. I had a professor that I looked up to very much during my academy days, and they told me something about myself, and to this day I don't know whether it was a compliment or an insult. So maybe the Vesties could help me out here. First of all, Rayclo, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. If you got one, could you give Rayclo like a big old thank you? Because that's it makes me happy. Okay. This was a professor that I very much looked up to, and then I went to his office hours and we would chat often about the subject that he was teaching. And I'm not going to tell you what subject it is, just to, you know. It was an upper division class, so it was what I was studying. So I don't want to tell you what I was studying, but it was upper division. And he told me, like, Vesper, your mind, the way that you think, you're like a human Rube Goldberg machine. You're like a human Rube Goldberg machine. And I was like, what do you mean by that, Professor? And he said, well, it's like you think so much and in such complicated ways. It's like watching a roller coaster. And it's like, wow, like, look at this incredible, like, thought process. Holy crap, where is it going? And then it just ends at at the most simple, obvious conclusion every time. It's like ding ding ding. And then it makes toast. Like it ends like all of that work, and then it presses down on the toaster thing and it makes you toast. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So is that an insult or a compliment? To this day, I can't tell whether it's an insult or a compliment. Toast is good, though. Muffin, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, Vest, I just wanted to thank you as your streams are helping me through some very hard times right now. I appreciate all that you do. It's a pleasure. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun, so I don't think you need to thank me because I'm also very thankful that people are watching me, including you. But, man... I've also been through... I feel like what you're going through is what I went through, and video games helped me. So I'm really happy that I could be the video games that were in my life for you, whatever you're going through. I hope you get through it. You just got to endure. You just got to endure. Thank you very much. I hope I can continue doing this in a way that is enjoyable and relaxing to you. Ryan, thank you very much for the super chat. I consider it a compliment. It means the journey is always engaging. Okay, okay. This too shall pass. So it sounds like it's a compliment. It's a backhanded compliment. It's complicatedly simple. So basically, I think the way that I would describe like Tempus is the reason why I think I'm an enhancer is this, okay? The reason why I think I'm an enhancer is because I come to the same conclusion that Axel does, but Axel does it like 3 days sooner than I do, and with much less energy spent. So Axel will come to this conclusion on pure instinct. Like within 15 seconds, he'll be like, okay, this, and then he'll do that. And then I will spend 4 days and 2 sleepless nights and then come to the exact same conclusion, and then we'll both be on the same road. So I think we're both enhancers. It's just like one of them takes significantly more work. Yeah. Nah. I'd say 10% insult, 90% compliment because of beautiful description and observation. Okay, okay. Axel self-buff, Vesper party buff. I watched the collab. It was a wonderful collab, and it showcases... I feel like I'm vindicated. I feel like my original assessment of Axel is like vindicated because of that collab. He's like a single core processor, but that single core is like a legit supercomputer. Like his single core can outrun the other 3 of us if we took our main core and like smashed it together. He outpaces us with his single core. The only reason like any of us can keep pace with him is because we have like we have a standard multi-core brain and we're able to like think about different things. But if it's just like one task, he will blow out like all of us. Axel is gone and you are Wing. I like Wing. I think Wing is really cool and I like him. Negative half, thank you very much for the super chat. It's the same as tomatoes. You're passionate and the search for the highest quality that satisfies you. I see the professor's words as a compliment. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Micro Nightmare, thank you very much for the super chat. Vesper, I've been a fan of you and Tempest since the debut, but I never show up to watch live because of Southeast Asia time zone. Question, how did you beat Kodor in a single sitting? I've been dying to know. Okay, I beat Kodor in a single sitting because of one, like, very simple reason. I never owned KOTOR. I borrowed it from a friend. I remember who I borrowed it from. I borrowed KOTOR from a high school friend. And then I had to beat it as quickly as I could. So I just stayed up and I beat it in like 27 hours, something like that. It was over a 24-hour period. It was during spring break, and then I beat it in like one sitting. And then I returned it over. That was like the weirdest person to borrow it from, too. That was the strangest person to borrow it from, too. That was from a friend that was not a friend. We became a friend through KOTOR. That was, like, incredible. Like, what the fuck? I did not expect you to play this game. What? Uwu Uwu, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. Watoto Dal, thank you very much for the super chat. Your brain is like the narrator in the Chimera Ant arc, while Axel's brain is the Chimera Ant arc in real time. Oh, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Witchy K, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, Grandpa, I'm playing Akinator. I love Akinator. With you right now as my character. Akinator wants to know if you have thick thighs. How do I respond? Okay. 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 All right, everybody mute. Everybody mute for 15 seconds. Everybody mute for 15 seconds. This is only for K's ears. Everybody mute. Are you muted? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody's muted except for K.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
Okay, unmute. Unmute. Sillbox, tell us a blockbuster story. I know you got one. Give me your smokes. I know you got them. Smokes, come on. Hey, give me your smokes. I know you got them. Okay, let's do the. I have to answer the other one, the coder story. Okay, I had no friends in high school. I had very little friends. I had people that I played like TCGs with occasionally, and then I had fellow delinquents that I would meet at the PC cafe. Oh my fucking god. Okay, you can unmute. Yes, George, you can unmute. Yes. Yes, you can unmute. I'm telling you my coder story, okay? So I was in high school just doing my own thing, being a weirdo in my corner. Because this is like a meme, right? I know this is a meme, so people are going to make fun of it, right? I was like sitting in my own corner doing nothing. And then like a goth girl, a goth girl came up to me and she was like, hey, do you like Star Wars? Like a goth girl came up to me like while I was at lunch, like minding my own business. I was like, hey, do you like Star Wars? And then I looked up and my immediate reaction was like, oh, she's going to roast me. Like her friends are watching and she's going to be like, ha, nerd, you like Star Wars? And I was like, ah, shit, I'm about to get roasted. And I remember I had like my notebook in front of me. I was like studying I was doing like homework or something for a class. And then I remember my exact response. In a panic, I was like, no. She's like, hey, do you like Star Wars? And I was like, no. And I remember the scathing look that she gave me. Just like an absolute scathing look, right? And she said, you're a terrible liar. I know you like Star Wars. You're a terrible liar. I know you like Star Wars. And I remember I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I do. Like very defensive. It's like I'm prepared to get made fun of, right? I was like, yeah, I do. So this is the backstory. She had an older brother that loved Star Wars games, specifically the like Rogue Squadron, TIE Fighter, the space like battle sims, the space fighter sims. Like she had an older brother that liked the classic Star Wars games. And he bought KOTOR because he's like, oh, I love everything Star Wars. He got about like 30 minutes into KOTOR and then he dropped the game because he's like, this is not the type of game that I like. So she picked it up and she beat the entire game and she loved the game. And this was somebody that hated Star Wars. Like she made fun of her older brother for liking Star Wars because it's for nerds. So she played through all of KOTOR as like a complete newbie and she loved it. And she was looking for someone to talk about it with. So she was like, have you played KOTOR? And then I knew about it and I was like, no, I haven't. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna lend it to you. You have to play it over spring break. And I was like, okay. And so she lent it to me and then spring break, this was like the week before spring break. And then I played it in one sitting and then I gave it back to her afterwards. And then like for the rest, like we were buddies. We were like, I wouldn't say we were friends, but we hung out maybe like once a month, a couple times a month. And then we would just like chat about KOTOR. Yeah. I did. I beat KOTOR in one sitting. All right. So people are asking me like, how? How did you do it? Not my proudest moment, but I had the guide. I had the guide. She gave me the game and the guide. The guidebook. Like, this thing is, like, thick as hell. Yeah. Guides are based. For shame. Nerd. She liked the game so much, she bought the guide. Like, she beat it without the guide. And then she went to GameStop or EB, whatever it's called. She went to GameStop and then she bought the guide for Coder, which is like a really big guide. This is someone that like didn't like video games. She thought video games were for nerds, and she loathed Star Wars. But then Coder was like a banger. He's just good. Ooh, we got a lot of super chats. Oh no. Oh no. Let's try to catch up. Oh, snap. We're at 1 hour. Okay, we'll catch up real quick. Estraying, thank you very much for the super chat. Your boundaries are regarding fan art. I have no desire to control art whatsoever. I have no desire to control whatsoever. It's not your job to try to figure out what I want and don't want. You do whatever the heck you want. And if I see it and I don't like it, I'll just never mention it. I will clear it from my brain. Just do whatever the heck you want. It's not your job to censor yourself to my taste. That's not, I'm an entertainer. It's like literally my job to make sure that, yeah. Just do whatever, like it could be whatever. I don't care. Yeah. But thank you for caring. I do appreciate that you're asking because it means that like you care, like you don't want to make me uncomfortable. I appreciate that, I do, but it's literally my job to handle that. And if I don't like it, I'll just ignore it. A brick wall, thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry to repeat, but I think you'd make a good conjurer because you like studying things. Conjuring requires you to have a subject well to conjure it. Also, it would be funny if you used your ability to summon bikes or tea. I like that. What was Hisoka's assessment of a conjurer? I think they're supposed to be like flighty. I don't remember. I'll try to remember. Appreciate it though. Appreciate it. Like a Kurapika type. Okay. Tacos Burritos, thank you very much for the super chat. I have to know, did you ever use Windows ME? I did. I used it on a crappy Dell. And Windows ME on like my office Dell was the reason why I got into building computers. Windows ME on like an office use Dell was the reason why I got into building computers. So in a way, I'm kind of thankful for that Dell. Melody Drake, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm listening to you while doing a lot of adulting stuff that I didn't have energy for until recently because of my old factory job. Tempus made me want to take better care of myself. Thank you. That makes me happy. You gotta take better care of yourself. You have to. You gotta. You gotta get through life by like doing things that you don't want. Working. I understand. That's why I hope I never take what I'm doing right now for granted, because I understand what it's like to do that. If I ever get cocky and I forget what it was like to be like that, then I need to get slapped and just be like, what are you doing? Girthidin, thank you very much for the super chat. Fine, but did you do all of the side quests, including Taurus? Yes, I did. No, wait, did I do all the side quests? I can't tell you for certain that I did all of the side quests, but I did beat the game. I did beat the game, and then I went like light side. I beat the game light side. Micro Nightmare, thank you very much for the super chat. I can only get past Dantooine in a single session, let alone a sitting. Respect. Dantooine is like pretty quick though, right? Wait, what? You can get to Dantooine in like 10, 12 hours, right? Isn't Dantooine like right after finishing Taurus, like the first like area? I don't remember actually. I haven't played Coder in a while, so I actually don't remember. Shank Mugen, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Strawberry Anima, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. I tried to create a Gyaku reverse name for you. What would be the opposite version of you be like in your assumption? I don't know if I... My name is my name. Yeah. My name is my name. I've never heard of a Gyaku name. Like, I've never heard of that concept. Interesting. It's 3 a.m. in Japan. Time to get some sleep and catch up with the Zomboid stream later. Yeah, please do. Get some rest. I got 8.5 hours of sleep yesterday. Oh, I feel like really good. I'm like 100% ready to go through this day, and I'm going to use up all of my energy. We got 5 hours of streams. Seishin, thank you very much for the super chat. Is Goth Brendo still around? No. We lost contact like after high school completely. Like I don't have like a Facebook. I don't have anything like that. Like I don't really like social media that much. So there's like no way for me to keep up. Yeah, no way. No shot. No shot. Whew. I don't really... I have a pretty bad track record when it comes to keeping up with people. I don't really feel lonely the way that most people feel lonely, I think. Was Goth Girl... How did you know that? How did you know that? No brain. How did you know that? A big part of our conversations was like every time I played, because I replayed Coder like multiple times. Like so, basically, we would pass the game, the CD back and forth, and she would play, and then I would play. She would play, I would play, and then every time I replayed it, I would be like, okay, this is the game that I'm gonna play Dark Side, and it's like Light Side, and she was like the complete opposite. She'd be like, okay, this is the time that this is the gameplay through that I'm gonna play Light Side, and she's like, HK47 is so based. Eventually I did play a dark side playthrough, and eventually she did play a light side playthrough, but it was just like, ugh, felt unnatural. Ugh. And then I was like, ugh, same feeling. It's like, ugh, I didn't like it. I prefer to be light side. How did you know? Man Whale, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey Vesper, can I get a rock and stone? Rock and stone. There you go. Oh, because she's goth. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Was she tall? No. No. She was tiny. She was very small. Yeah. She was very small. Just a small goth. Yeah. And then I look like D&D Greg. I look like D&D. Could you imagine like small goth and D&D Greg just hanging out, just chatting about Kodor? Like the character in Mary, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Well, for Mary, it's going to be like evening, like decent time for Mary. Sorry, Mary, I'm about to end my stream. I got to keep the stream short because we got 4 hours of good stuff coming up tonight, and I need to conserve my energy and my voice. We got Zomboid first, 2 hours. Hardcore Zomboid Season 2, Episode 3. And then we have the Worms Tournament semi-final, which Dez and I will be casting. Yeah. What times does Worms start? It starts at 8 p.m. Pacific. 8 p.m. Pacific time, and then 6 p.m. Pacific time is going to be Zomboid for exactly 2 hours, maybe a little bit shorter. We might end like after an hour and 30 minutes just to give like extra buffer room. The thing that cannot be moved is Worms. Like Worms has to start at 8 p.m. Pacific sharp. So that one can't move, but the Zomboid is more flexible because it's just the boys. So that one's going to be 6 to 7:30ish to 8, something around that. And then Worms is going to be 8 p.m. to around like 9:30ish. It takes about 90 minutes or so. Mary, thank you very much for the super chat. Good evening, good evening. Okay. We're going to call it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chug the rest of my tea, and then I'm going to drink a honey lemon water, and then I'm going to focus my chakra because I'm going to be slinging some jutsu. Yeah. 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 Octoglaze, was she your first crush? No, my first crush was Carmen Sandiego. My first crush was Carmen Sandiego. 3D pig disgusting. 3D PD. I went too far. We're ending this stream. Goodbye, everybody. I hope to see you this evening. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We're done. I'm getting unhinged.